This motorhome costs a small fortune and it's built for just 2 people. No compromise, no extra beds, no wasted space. And once you see why, you'll understand why couples are choosing this over almost everything else on the market. Stick around, because there's a storage trick in here I've never shown you before. And if you get this wrong when you're buying a van, you'll regret it every single trip. I'm Richard, this is California Autos, and today we're climbing inside the Coachman Travel Master Sportive 565. Before we go inside, let's talk practicality, because this is where most buyers get caught out. This is the Coachman Travel Master Sportive 565, just under 7.5 meters, 7.45 to be exact, and it weighs 3,500 kilograms. That number matters more than you think, because it means you can drive this on a standard license. No extra test, no upgrade, no waiting around. It's built on the Mercedes Sprinter chassis, running a 170 horsepower engine paired with a 9-speed automatic gearbox. That's a serious drivetrain, smooth, confident, and honestly, one of the best bases in the business right now. So already, before we've even opened a door, this is a strong start. Let's walk the outside first, because there are a few details here people miss completely. Water filler, sorted. A 240-volt hookup, right there. But this is the part that surprises people. Look at the size of this garage. Bikes, deck chairs, all your outdoor gear, and it's not just an empty box. There are tie-down tracks running the length of it, so whatever you're loading in, it stays exactly where you put it. No sliding around on a bumpy road, no damage, no rattling. There's lighting in there too, and access to some of the electrics, small things. But they tell you this vehicle was designed by people who actually use motorhomes, not just people who build them. Add in a reversing camera, a solar panel on the roof, and an awning, and you've already got a spec sheet most rivals can't match. Now, the outside is impressive, but what's waiting inside changes everything. Right? Come with me. The second you step in, something feels different, and it's the lighting. This is the bit I genuinely wasn't expecting. There's a full control panel here, and if you dim everything down and switch to this setting, that's a night light. Subtle, low, glowing gently around the whole vehicle. Perfect for when you don't want to wake anyone up, or you just want to sit quietly with a drink after a long drive. Then you flip back to the main lighting, and these dimmers let you slide the brightness anywhere you want it, from cozy evening to wide awake and ready to cook. And from this same panel, you're controlling the heating, the water system, solar charging, batteries, everything. One place, full control. Most people don't think about lighting when they're choosing a motorhome. They will after this video. Here's the thing about this layout, and it's important you understand this before you buy one. This is strictly a 2-person motorhome. 2 people traveling, 2 people sleeping. And that's not a limitation, that's the entire point. Because they haven't tried to squeeze in extra beds or fold-out compromises. Every inch here is dedicated to 2 people traveling properly. These seats swivel round to create a proper lounge. TV on the wall, phone charger built in. Storage for shoes right by the door. Small detail. Huge difference when you're living in this thing for weeks at a time. And here's what a lot of buyers don't check until it's too late. Underfloor heating, wet heating, insulated tanks. This isn't a fair weather van. This is built to be used all year round, even in the depths of winter. Up front, that Sprinter chassis really shows itself. Multi-function steering wheel, phone and stereo controls, cruise control, all where your thumbs naturally sit. The 9-speed auto is controlled from a stalk, so there's nothing in the center console. No gear lever, no handbrake. That's all electronic now, which means more space, more storage, and a cabin that feels less like a van and more like a luxury cruiser. Big skylights above, blinds that slide out at the touch of a hand, bug screens on every window, even the door, and storage that just opens when you push it, all the way round. Little details, like these reading lights that swivel exactly where you need them when the seats are turned round for the evening. This is the kind of thing you don't notice in a brochure, but you'll notice every single night you use it. Now here's something I want to be straight with you about, because a lot of reviewers won't tell you this part. The worktop space is small. And yes, some people will complain about that. But here's the truth. If they'd given you more worktop, they'd have had to steal that space from somewhere else. Storage, the fridge, the cooker, something has to give. So instead, the table pulls out, sits right here for prepping, and you can even take it outside for a picnic setup. That's the trade-off, and honestly, it's the right one. Gas oven, gas hob, a genuinely tall fridge, more storage underneath. It's compact, but nothing here feels like an afterthought. Now this is where it gets really clever. 2 singles at the back, and there's another version of this model with a double if that's your preference. But watch this. You can lift the end of the bed up, so if you're lying there with a book or watching TV, you're propped up properly instead of slouched against a wall. It sounds small. It is not small when you're doing it every single night for 2 weeks straight. Skylights, blinds, bug screens, night screens, all repeated back here. USB ports, a 240-volt socket for campsite hookups, and this is the part I really liked, it's pre-wired for a TV. Power socket, 12-volt, aerial socket, all sitting there ready. You don't need to modify anything. You just plug in and go. And finally, the bathroom, which is a genuinely good size for a van this shape. Separate shower area with proper doors, so you can close it off and keep everything else dry. Loo, a vent above, hooks for your towels, small, but it's all there and it's all well thought out. So here's my honest take. This is not a vehicle for everyone, and that's exactly why it works so well for the right person. If you're a couple, especially if you're retired and planning serious touring, or you simply never want the compromise of a van built for a family, this is about as close to no compromise luxury as you'll get on a Sprinter base. Big thanks to Destination Motorhomes for organizing this walkthrough. And thank you for watching. If you're weighing this up against another model, tell me in the comments, and I'll tell you honestly what I'd choose. Subscribe to California Autos, because next time I'm showing you the one mistake almost every first-time motorhome buyer makes, and it could cost you thousands. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.